55 ways to respect yourself. 1. Learn to say no. People who don't say no end up subjugating their own needs and wants for that of others. When you do that, inevitably people will take advantage of your good nature and you end up becoming a doormat for someone else. It's okay to put yourself first. You are the most important person in your life. Yes, even more important than that of your children. And no, it's not narcissistic. 2. Know your worth. Understand your value. Don't settle for less. 3. Surround yourself with people who treat you with kindness and respect. When people treat you with respect and kindness, you will become more and more used to it, and in the end, will come to expect it. When you reach the point where you expect it from others, then you have raised your self-esteem and will start to treat yourself with self-respect without even having to think about it. It's hard to maintain self-respect when you are bombarded by other people with behavior that is disrespectful. 4. Stop looking for who is not looking for you. 5. Forgive yourself. People can be pretty mean to themselves. Yes, you made a mistake, but it doesn't have to define you. We all make mistakes. It's part of life. And so is forgiveness. So forgive yourself and avoid making the same mistake again. You are only human. 6. Set healthy boundaries. Clearly define what you accept and what you don't. If you don't like how someone speaks to you, you have the right to call that person out. Similarly, if a family member or friend is constantly expecting you to drop everything and drive them somewhere, or do them a favor, or lend them money, it's within your right to not only say no, but to explain why you are saying no and how you are affected by their constant, unrealistic expectations. Number 7, accept they owe you money. 2 call attempts are enough. If they value you, they'll call you back. 8, watch who you date. Toxic relationships will scar you for years to come. Watch out for any partner who treats others with disrespect, because when the warm glow of infatuation wears off, you will be treated with the same disrespect. 9. Don't eat other people's food more than they eat yours. 10. Prioritize your own needs and wants. Don't change who you are or want to be simply to please other people. Stay true to yourself. When you twist yourself into knots simply to please people, you end up subjugating your own wants and needs. 11. You are not your thoughts. I can write a book about how to think. The truth is, we were never taught how to think. We just stumbled into it. Some people have very toxic and self-destructive thought patterns. Just because you have a thought does not mean you have to act on it. It doesn't define you. You can have other thoughts, even conflicting ones. You can change your mind if you want to. And finally, as you grow older and wiser, your thoughts will change and you will change alongside them. 12. Invest in yourself. Make yourself happy. 13. Treat others with respect. Treat people exactly the way they deserve, not because they deserve it, but because you are a self-respecting person. It might sound contradictory, but we inevitably do not respect people who behave disrespectfully. When you treat others with disrespect, whether they deserve it or not, all that people will see is your behavior. So treat other people with respect, as it says more about your character than it does the other person's. 14. Look after your mental health. If you think better, you will act better. If you act better, you will feel better. Not sure who said that, but it makes sense. Your mental health has many components, but your thoughts and how you allow your thoughts to control various aspects of your life will impact your mental health in a massive way. It's pretty hard to have self-respect when you are struggling with low self-esteem, low confidence, or even depression or anxiety. 15. Surround yourself with positivity. No matter how strong you are, if you are surrounded by negativity, you will become a negative person. Unless you are Nelson Mandela, but even he had his bad days, I'm sure. 16. Stop entertaining gossip about other people. 17. Accept yourself. The reality is, we all wish we were prettier, thinner, richer, or more successful. You only have one body, and currently science does not yet let you switch it for another, so you might as well accept your body the way it is. Same for your mind or personality. There are many things you wish you could change about yourself, but you can't. Stop trying and wasting all that energy on changing yourself to fit in or be liked. Change what you can and accept the rest. 18. Acquire a growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset think they were born with a natural talent for something. When they are confronted with any situation where this proves to be untrue, for example, they make a mistake, they really struggle, and it can crush their own sense of self, who they thought they were. People with a growth mindset understand that a mistake is simply an opportunity to learn, and that anything can be learned through hard work or study. This allows them to overcome obstacles and challenges quicker. 19. Reduce how you visit some people, especially if they don't reciprocate. 20. Speak out when someone treats you with disrespect. Never allow others to treat you with disrespect, and don't allow them to get away with it. Speak out immediately and let them know you won't stand for it. Everyone has more respect for someone who refuses to put up with disrespectful behavior. 21. Stop begging. 22. You are not your family. Just because your family behaves in a certain way does not mean you have to. If you don't like their behavior, it's within your right to tell them. And it's within your power to simply avoid them as much as possible. You are your own person with your own life, and you are entitled to your own opinions and choices. 23. Don't let the opinions of other people control you. Stay true to yourself and your principles. 24. Make an effort with your physical appearance. I don't know about you, but my physical appearance can positively or negatively influence my mood for the day. If I know I look good, I certainly act with more confidence around others. Like I've said over and over, it's hard to have self-respect when you lack confidence. And it's not only your clothes or hygiene that counts towards your physical appearance. I'm not talking about model looks or a beach body either. Physical appearance also includes your posture, your behavior, your body language, your words, and how you behave around people. So take care of how you look. Be clean and neat. Have a good posture, and ensure you have good hygiene. When you meet someone, look them in the eye, give a firm handshake, where acceptable to still shake hands, and be polite and calm. 25. Don't go where you're not invited, and when invited, don't overstay your welcome. 26. Stop trying to be perfect. People who suffer from perfectionism struggle to accept anything that they believe is not perfect. Everything they do must be to a certain standard. When something is less than perfect or does not match up to their own standard, they can feel a lot of stress and anxiety. This often leads to a very negative mindset where they berate and criticize themselves over and over for days or weeks afterwards. 28. Avoid putting yourself down. 29. Speak up when you feel hurt or scared. Don't hide your emotions from others. If someone hurts you, say so. Be clear and honest about your feelings. No need to shout or scream or yell or accuse. And don't be passive-aggressive either. Simply say to that person that when they said XYZ or did ABC, you felt hurt or scared by their behavior and you wish they would stop doing it. Then leave it. It doesn't have to be a big conversation or a big thing. Keep it short and to the point. 30. Become comfortable in your own skin. I know way too many people who end up in relationships simply because they are looking for outside validation of who they are from another person. When you rely on someone to make you feel better, you give that person an enormous amount of power over you. It's an unbalanced relationship, and no real loving relationship can flow from such unbalance. In the end, the relationship will fizzle out and you will be left alone with your insecurities all over again. It's far better to instead spend the time and effort working on yourself than seeking validation from others. 31. Stop criticizing yourself. I know a lot of people who absolutely bully themselves with the mean things they say to themselves. Don't say anything to yourself you wouldn't say to a small child. 32. Practice self-discipline. Self-respect is hard to maintain if you say yes to every bad idea you have or every bad desire. No one wishes they ate more junk food the night before, just like no one regrets going for a run. Discipline remains the cornerstone of a strong and healthy mind that is capable of self-respect. 33. Avoid self-defeating behavior that breaks the trust you have in yourself. You know you should have listened to that voice in your head that said to avoid your ex. And you know you should have listened to that voice that told you to not spend the whole day eating junk food. Learn to listen to your heart. Trust yourself. And then don't break that trust by doing things you always end up regretting. 34. Be a giver more than a receiver. 35. Acknowledge conflict in your head and deal with it. Internal conflict is your subconscious mind, or if you prefer, your soul, giving you a warning. It's saying you are uncomfortable with a person or a situation. If you suppress that conflict, it will only get worse, and eventually, your mental health will decline. 36. Become comfortable with constructive criticism. First of all, everyone has an opinion about everything. Sometimes, you just have to smile and ignore someone's well-meaning but utterly insulting advice. But at the same time, some advice is helpful, especially if you want to get ahead at work. Become comfortable with receiving feedback about what you are doing wrong, right, and can improve upon. It's not a rejection of you as a person, it's simply guidance to become better. 37. Speak up when you see or experience injustice, even if directed at other people. When we don't speak up, it can lead to internal conflict. We spend hours thinking about what we really should have said or done. In the end, when we do speak up, we always feel more positive afterwards, and it leads to more self-respect. 38. Learn how to control your emotions. It's hard to live a happy and balanced life when our emotions control us. Moreover, we instinctively feel less respect for overly emotional and moody people. Its behavior, rightly or wrongly, we associate with that of a child. Besides, emotional swings can be very draining, not only for the person experiencing them, but people around them. 39. Learn to trust yourself. Building on the above point, self-trust and self-respect go hand in hand. The more you learn to trust yourself, the more you will build respect for yourself. 40. Increase your knowledge and skills. Be good at what you do. Be the best. Educating ourselves leads to an increase in self-confidence and self-worth. Both will help to increase your self-respect. 41. Listen to your heart. It sounds like a very woke or airy-fairy concept, but what I mean with this is simply to learn to listen to the voice inside you that speaks out when you are feeling uncomfortable in any situation. Too often we suppress that voice, or worse, others gaslight us into doubting our own feelings. I promise you 100% that when you listen to your own voice, your heart, or your soul, call it what you like, you will start to make decisions that are healthier for your body, your mind, and your life. 42. Don't change your behavior simply to gain the approval of other people. Someone once told me, those who care don't matter, and those who matter don't care. In other words, the people in your life who really matter won't care about your perceived flaws, and they will forgive you your mistakes. 43. Physical exercise is good for mental health. Strong body, strong mind. While I personally believe good mental health has a greater influence over physical health, the truth is the two are very interlinked. The truth is also that if you are struggling to climb a flight of stairs because you are overweight, it will be harder for you to maintain a certain level of self-respect. Moreover, physical exercise releases endorphins and encourages healthy blood circulation that brings nutrients and oxygen to the brain, all of which will make you feel better about yourself. 44. Regrets. Put them behind you. Regrets are pointless and will consume you in negative emotional energy. They're like taxes. We hate them, we wish we could avoid them, and they make us feel angry and negative. However, they do serve as a good learning experience. Learn from a mistake, then move on. Don't spend months criticizing yourself, berating yourself for the choices you made, or dwelling on what-ifs. It's incredibly bad for your mental health. Keep the past in the past. Don't let it dictate your present or future. 45. Avoid snake pits. Some of the best advice I ever got was to avoid snake pits, because if you hang around in snake pits, you can hardly complain if you get bitten. Well, some people are snakes. If you hang around them, you will get bitten. In other words, avoid toxic people. 46. Live your own life, not the life of others. Sometimes one of the hardest things to accept is friends or colleagues progressing faster in their lives than us. They are being promoted at work, the first to be able to afford a house, fall in love and get married, have children, etc. You have to walk your own path at your own pace. 47. Take responsibility for your own life and make it happen. Don't drift through life. Don't wait for the government or your parents or your boss to give you something. Life doesn't owe you anything. No one owes you anything. It's up to you to make something of yourself and walk the path of life. No one can do this for you. The faster you take responsibility for your own life, the faster you will build self-respect, and the more pride you will feel in your own self. 48. Be honest with yourself. People lie to themselves a lot. Don't like the way your partner treats you, but you simply suppress it, telling yourself it's just your imagination? Well, you are lying to yourself. It's not your imagination. Don't put up with it. Failed your driving test? It's not the instructor's fault. It's yours. Don't have any money left at the end of the month? It's your responsibility to do something about it. Be honest with yourself as much as you can, and you will develop a great deal of self-respect for yourself. 49. Learn to let things go. Obsessing about things that happened in the past makes you feel negative, angry, anxious, frustrated, and stressed. Learning to let go will help you feel more happiness and more relaxed overall. And yes, sometimes that means you have to make amends with someone you are angry with, even though it may be their fault. Carrying anger around in you will only damage your own health, not the other person's. 50. Learn from your mistakes. Mistakes do not have to define you. The happiest and most successful people in the world use mistakes to learn and get better. 51. Learn to control your thoughts. The mind is like a border collie. It needs to work, or else it will cause an outrageous amount of trouble. Give your mind a job to do, or else it will find a job to do, and you might not like the job it invents. Big Magic, Elizabeth Gilbert. Like your emotions, you need to also learn to control your thoughts. Our thoughts can really make or break us. You can't have any self-respect if in your head you simply don't believe you deserve it. It all starts with what's going on in your head. Control your thoughts, and you can control every aspect of your life. 52. Be efficient. Take care of your goals. 53. Respect your time. 54. Do not stay in a relationship where you do not feel respected and valued. Go away. 55. Learn how to spend money for yourself. This is how people will learn to spend for you. Please give this video a thumbs up and share to your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are new. Thank you for watching.